Hello everyone, this is Chris Polizzi with your Technology Tips screencast. Today is my second of 3 screencasts about evaluating websites. These are tools that teachers and students can use to figure out if a website is valuable or not, and frankly whether or not they should use it for research. The first tool I introduced was the Whois domain tools lookup. This showed us how to look up who owns a website. The next tool I'm going to go through is something called the Wayback Machine. Now, the Wayback Machine is a product of Internet Archive at archive.org. Internet Archive's, their mission is very ambitious. It's to archive every single website that appears on the internet. And they want to keep this on record and make it searchable. So if a website goes away, you can always go back in time and see what it looked like on a given year, month, and day. Now, the website I used in my example for the first screencast was martinlutherking.org, and in that first screencast, when we looked up who owned the website, we figured out that Storm King, a white supremacy group, owned the website, really for the use of trying to repeal the Martin Luther King holiday. And if a student came across this and took quotes from it, it really would be horrible for the student and just for the Martin Luther King cause if this website gets quoted. So now, in addition to just being able to look up who owns a website, it also helps to evaluate a website by seeing what the history of the website is. I'm going to take this Martin Luther King website, copy the link, and paste it in here and say take me back. So now I can see the history of this martinlutherking.org website. It goes back to 1999 and it goes back to April 21st, 1999. If I click on this, the website might not look exactly the same. Looks a little similar, but I might get some clues of whether or not the website's valuable. And right off the bat, it was a lot easier to figure out who owned this because the stormfront.org is right here. Now, knowing a history of a website, how it's developed over time, is valuable. When we first introduce this to students, a lot of times they just want to look up sites that they use every day, like Facebook or Google, just to see what they look like. And the history of websites are valuable, I think. You want to see how the web and how a specific site has changed over the years. This is an early rendition of Google. And I think it could be valuable to see how a website changes. Maybe its perspective changes. Maybe you can also see how current it's keeping. Is it constantly updating? Is it staying stagnant? Should you be getting information from a website that's the same as it was in 1999? Has anything on your subject changed in 10 years? Should the website be updated? These are all things to look at. So again, it's the Wayback Machine, brought to you by Internet Archive, and go to it and look up some websites and see what they look like over the years.